We're standing here at the construction site of the Phillip and Susan Ragon building at Mass General. I'm Brian Chase, Vice President and Construction Executive for the Turner-Walsh team. Today I'm giving you another update on the latest developments on the construction process. We've completed the slurry wall foundation as you saw in the last video. Now we're getting ready to build 6 levels below grade, 17 levels above. We're utilizing the up-down construction method for building this structure, which is not commonly used except here in the Boston area due to the nature of the soil properties that will allow us to implement this method. This technique will allow us to build below grade simultaneously while we're building the superstructure moving up. This process has allowed us to reduce the development of the construction schedule by almost a year. And that means Mass General will be able to meet the growing demands of healthcare as fast as possible. To walk us through the up-down construction process, let's go meet with Carolyn LaCamera, our project executive on the team. Hey, Carolyn.
Hey, Brian.
Thanks for joining us today. Can you walk us through the steps of the up-down construction process?
Sure. What you're seeing behind us is the start of an extensive excavation process that will extend 6 levels below grade and take place over the next 2+ years. We've started building the first lower level and we're approaching the work in sections. Today you'll have the opportunity to see the various stages of this complex down operation. We start by excavating to 16 feet below grade. We have a number of excavators on site for this operation. This also involves a fleet of 10 to 15 trucks constantly rotating in and out of the site, removing soil. By the time this project is complete, we will have removed 640,000 cubic yards of soil, or over 30,000 truckloads. Now I want to take you down to see the next step in the operation.
Great, let's go.
As you can see, we've excavated down to the first lower level. And what we're standing on is the concrete mud mat that serves as a solid working surface for the next step in the operation. What you see here is iron workers installing the reinforcing rebar cage on the mud mat. On this lower level one alone, we'll install over 700 tons of rebar. After we complete the rebar, we place the concrete that forms this reinforced concrete slab that we're standing on right now. This becomes lower level 1, which is the first level of the parking garage. After we've completed placing all the slabs on lower level 1, we'll continue excavating to the subsequent lower levels.
So once you've done that, how exactly will you get down to those lower levels?
Let me show you. Excavating to the lower levels involves a methodical approach through an access opening. This access opening allows us to bring in equipment and also remove excavated materials.
Okay, Carol, now that we've gone through the entire down process, can we talk a little bit about the up process and how that works?
Sure, let's go take a look.
Okay, how do these steel columns fit into the up process?
These columns were actually put in during the slurry wall process. And as you can see, there's a steel plate on top that'll receive the steel for the first level of the building. In order to erect the steel structure, we're setting up 2 tower cranes. Each will be about 300 feet tall when at their full height. And the first of our 2 tower cranes is now in place.
Okay, now that we've got the first crane up, how exactly will we be using that for the up sequence?
The crane is going to be used to raise the steel to facilitate the iron workers erecting the superstructure. Iron workers are installing the steel that will support the building's ground level. We will continue installing the subsequent floors as part of the up operation.
Carolyn, it's exciting to witness the up-down construction process and see the building begin to take shape. Thank you so much for joining us today and giving us a detailed explanation of that process.
Thanks for having me.
There you have it, folks. I hope you've enjoyed this update. Over the next few months, you're going to begin to see this building take shape. Stay tuned for further updates on the Phillip and Susan Ragon building at Mass General. Until next time, this is Brian Chase signing off.